Hello, you're welcome. In this video, I want to show you how you can use Excel to solve a simple mathematical problem, the one that we have on my screen right now. So the problem is, our local cooperative offers you a membership plan requiring a one-time fee of $620. In return, you receive annual rebates of $105 for the next 10 years, paid at the end of each year. If your required rate of return is 7.5%, is this membership financially worthwhile? And then the second question is, what is the internal rate of return for this plan? So for us to be able to solve this, we need to enter the main information that we are going to be using for the calculations, which are the one-time fee, the annual rebate, the tenor, and the rate of return. So here in my A1, I'm going to enter this one-time fee. Okay. So I will paste it here. So one-time fee, and it is $620. Then here I have my annual rebate, which is $105. And here I will enter my tenor, and my tenor is 10 years. And I have my rate of return, and the rate of return is 7.5%. Now next, we want to enter the years so that I can be able to take the present value of each of these years. So I will enter years, and years here. And I'll start from 0 and take the series down to 10. Okay, so that means this is not part of it. Then here I will enter my fees. So for the first one, which is the year 0, it is this one-time fee, $600, $620, I mean. Then for the others, I will be using this annual rebate. I will drag it down to this. Then here I'll be taking my present values. So to take my present value, I'll be using the formula. So the formula that I'll be using is for, let me enter the annual value first here, the present value, I mean. Present value. So to get my present value, I will take this annual rebate, either from here or from here. Then I divide it by 1 times the rate of return. Okay, and then I take the root based on the years. Okay, so the exponential will be with the years value. So let's take it. So I will do equal to B8 in my case now. Then I divide by 1 plus the rate of return. Now I will add the rate of return, then exponential DA. Okay, so this is the present value for year 1. Then I drag to the last. Okay, there's an issue here, and that's because of this rate of return. Let me fix it. So I'll make it an absolute value, and then drag it down. Now I can get my present value for the entire year here by summing these present values for each of these years. So what I will do, I will use sum of all this, and then I get $720.73. So the next question is the first question is if your required rate of return is 7.5%, is this membership financially worthwhile? So you can see here that we have 720.73, which is greater than our one-time fee. It means our membership is financially worthwhile. Okay, now we can actually take the net present value as well. Having a positive net present value also tells us that the membership is financially worthwhile. So let's start with the present value using the normal present value method. So I'll use the function for present value PV here, and then enter my rate. So my rate is this B4. Then I'll enter my number of period, which is this B3. Then for my PMT, that's this annual rebate, I'm going to add a negative value in front so that we are able to get a positive value returned for our present value. And you can see it's the same as what we have here. Okay, so since these are actually our inputs, let me change the color so that we know that this is our input. Now let's get the net present value. So to get the net present value, I use NPV function. Then the rate that I'm using is still our B4. Then the values will be our value from B8, which is this, to B17. Okay. Then I close it, and then I add this one-time fee, or the fee that we had in our initial year. Okay, then I enter. So this gives me 173, which is a positive value for our net present value. So it still confirms that the membership is financially worthwhile. Then the next question is, what is the internal rate of return for this plan? So to get the internal rate of return for the plan, we are going to use the IRR function. So for my IRR function, I'm going to take the range from this initial year down to the 10th year. So the fees paid from the initial year to the 10th year. And then I enter. So this tells me that my internal rate of return is 10.94%. And as we know, internal rate of return is the rate at which our net present value is 0. So we can actually check this by just selecting this. Okay, we can select this net present value, for example. then see the rate that will be returned here when we change the net present value to 0. So we can use go seek for this. I have a video that demonstrates how you can use the go seek, so you can check the video out. So to use the go seek, I will click on this very cell, then come to my data. And then here we have what if analysis. I'll select go seek. And then I want to set cell F2, which is this net present value, to 0 by changing cell B4, which is my rate. So I want to be sure that the internal rate of return is really this 10.9 or something close to it based on approximation, but it should be 10.9, let's say. So if I click on OK, you see that it's this 10.9, okay? And that's because the internal rate of return is the rate at which our net present value is 0. So I can undo this again. And that is just it about this very problem and its solution with Excel. I hope you've actually been able to find this video helpful. Please, if you have, kindly like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.